Hello there, my name's Abraham Payton, as you can see, and I am starting off my inaugural chess YouTube video as I start my return into tournament chess. Just doing a little training online. Hopefully people can learn from my mistakes. God, I hope so. That is interesting. Going into a Nimzo, I'm just going to play that. I really don't think the Nimzo's particularly effective against the English. I think there's a lot of opportunities for white to deal with it. Okay. I think this is known as the Mises attack. I think. Hard to say. Theory's a little rusty. That's why we're playing. No, it's not. It's not the Mises attack. I don't know what this is. Could just be me screwing up. That's cool too. That's cool too. It's not the Mikenas, right? Mikenas is like C6 or something. Oh, it is the Mikenas. Right? Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, let's just play a game. Bishop b4 seems to be not so great. So now I can just start pushing him all around. I don't really see how one can really get an advantage with this. Bishop takes doesn't seem to help black, it just gives me a bishop. So anyway, like I said, my name is Abraham Payton. I started a chess club just recently in Baltimore, Maryland at a store called The Bun Shop on 22 Light Street. So if you're in Baltimore, if you're listening to this, yeah, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. we play till the store closes. It's a good time. And it's BYOB, which is pretty exciting. He did give me the bishop. Well, I'm just going to capture towards the center. Get a huge center. I think these pawns will still be defendable. And now that knight has to go somewhere really uncomfortable. e4 does not seem like a great place to be. But I guess it's his best because he can go back to c5. Alright, fine, whatever. That seems even worse. I'm not sure what that is. So now I'm just going to play queen g4. And I think advantage white. It's pretty clear. G7 pawn is just... He is not doing good. He is an unhappy camper. Poor guy. Let's click into settings. While he's thinking. Tabs, alerts, play. I don't really like pre-moves. Oh! It's the sound of my opponent moving. And giving me some slight dark square control. That's cool too. Thanks, man. d4. d4 is pretty obvious. I like knight f3 though, just developing a piece. I'll play knight f3. I can always, if he plays h5, I mean I should be fine. Positionally it seems like I'm doing just fine. If any of the pawn can't be bad with a piece. I'm not inclined to let him threaten to compromise my pawn spear, my spearhead on e5 with d6. Really don't want to let that happen. I think pawn to d4 kind of lets that happen. But maybe I'll just transpose and it won't matter. Probably that. Because I have to get this dark square bishop on c1 here. Put it on g5 or a3 alternatively. Depends on where this knight goes. No, I should just play d4. Alright. I just need to have those options open. So d4 was fine. Knight c6 would be interesting. I don't think it would do much. But then with d6, I guess it's fine. Had some coffee. I'm still tired. It's not a good sign. Gotta wake it up. Alright. Oh my gosh, 15 minutes is a long time. Wowzers. Wowzers. I'm just kind of giving you an internal dialogue what's going on in my head. This is kind of how I do it. I think this is how most people do it. It's just kind of whether we're willing to say that out loud. But I don't think there's much point in hiding it. There we go, d6. He's trying to compromise the center. It's fine. I'm just going to open up my position. Pawn takes e5. If he wants to capture, I'm really okay with that. And plus that would be opening up this diagonal here to where the bishop can go to a3. That does not seem ideal. No. No, no, no. None of this seems advised. It just does not seem good. Just need bishop g5 to be a killer. So, pawn takes. Probably pawn takes. When I think about it. White's pieces are all in their own way protecting the d-file, and keeping white's king relatively safe. c5 would be interesting. Trying to allow queen a5. Oh, no, more traditional. Knight c6. I think c5 might have actually been better. Take, take, take. That's pretty pointless. He's just kind of threatening my pieces. That's fine. Whatever. Pawn takes e5. Pawn takes d6. Pawn takes d6. No advantage. Bishop g5, I guess. Let's hassle black. Just make him move around a little bit more, develop a little bit more. Probably bishop f6 if knight ge7. Knight ge7, bishop f6. Attacking the rook. Rook g8. After that, I don't know. Bishop d3 seems pretty pointless. Pawn h4, just marching the pawn down. See, and that's why c5 I think is good. It allows for some freedom on the queen side. Look at this. This light square bishop is just kind of stuck. The rook on the a file is stuck. a5, a4, rook a5. It can play on the king side a little bit, but that's 3 moves that I get to make. h4, h5, h takes. And maybe a reason why bishop f6 is not good. Maybe I want that rook on the h-file. Yeah, I think I do. Plus the pin. Yeah, it's just moving my piece twice. Just make him move his piece twice. He's not castling on the king side anyway. Okay, so he done it. Bishop f6, rook g8, queen h4, attacking the pawn, h5. Oh boy. I'm doing it. Pawn h4. I'm doing that. It's a little obvious. It's a little obvious, yeah. But queen h4 maybe is knight f5. Maybe that allows that kind of stuff. Offering up trades, though probably not, since the bishop can. Yeah, probably not. I'm only looking a couple moves deep here. I just look for themes, tactics, threats. This is kind of how I do things. Just terrorize the other guy. Okay. I feel like black flinched a little. It's my instinct. Just kind of the psychology of what's... I don't think that helps him long term. I think I'm just going to put my queen on the f-file. Throw up g4. You know? Bishop f6, then g4. It's... anybody's game. Does bishop f6 work for me now? Bishop f6, rook g8. And then g4. Clearly that works for me. Yeah, I don't know. Rook h7 would be interesting. Bishop f6, rook h7. Who knows what black's going to do. Knight f5 still isn't a possibility. D takes, d takes. e5 isn't really great. Knight takes, queen takes. The rook is threatened again. I should maybe prepare my rook with rook d1. And just let black know. Maybe I should have done that earlier. Maybe h4 was a point. Oh. So he gets off the pin. Okay. Now we have a different game. Just fine with that. Just fine with that. Let's first figure out where this rook is going. It's starting to make me nervous if it's actually... This pawn chain from f7 to g6 to h5 cannot be strong. He's so underdeveloped. I guess so am I. But it just doesn't seem like it should work. If there's any justice in the world, there isn't. Swindles happen all the time. Okay, just move your rook. Please. Please. Oh, he did it. Ooh, classy. Yeah, defending. He knows what's happening. He knows what I'm after. He can dig it. Let's tickle the rook. I mean, really, what does that get me, though? I'm okay with that. There's just some... yeah, I'm fine. The bishop is defending e5 enough. Rook d1 will happen quick enough. You know, the d2 square is covered. It's fine. I'm really enjoying... And that's the funny thing about this situation is that black, technically, I suppose, is solid, but he's just getting tortured up and down. Admittedly, it wasn't best play from black. Okay, so the rook goes there. Knight takes f7, king takes f7, bishop g5 check. Does that win the rook? I mean, yeah, right? Then king g7, I guess, which is just crazy. Queen f6 check, king h7, queen f7 check. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Just too much. Too much. Oop. He's not buying it. He's not buying it. I'm just going to take your rook then. Guess he can take my knight, though I don't... Oh, there we go. Up to 1700. What do you know? I think there was... Let's go to analyze mode. I think there was... It was still probably playable. Debatably. Maybe not. Well... Yeah. See, knight takes... And then what? I mean, it's still a game. Let's look at the material here. Where is the material button? No. Come on. I gotta be able to find the material button. That's ridiculous. Alerts, games. Oh, there's no material button. It's probably just when you're live. Yeah, see, this doesn't work for me. I don't... I'm up pieces, material, but it's not an extraordinary amount, especially in amateur chess. You know, just taking the knight again. It's not fun, but... You know, you're just down a rook. That sucks, but there's always chance for swindles, and that's the thing. I'm always going to play for a swindle. So, here we are. First YouTube game. Ended it with a win. Yay. So, thanks for tuning in, and I guess I'll see you another time.